your New York Knicks starting lineup. Starting at small forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 3, Mo Harkless. At the shooting guard position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 9, RJ Barrett. At center, standing 6 foot 8, number 67, Taj Gibson. Starting at the other guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 6, Elfrid Payton. The other forward, standing 6 foot 8, number 30, Julius Randle. The head coach for your home team is David Fizdale. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Knicks.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, our matchup, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the New York Knicks here in New York. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for the matchup with the Cavs, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the center. And for New York, Harkless is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Barrett in at the 2. Well, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea. In his rookie season, a rough start shooting the ball for Trae Young. He came on down the stretch in a big way.
First free throw is good. And some new records for Trae Young, the first rookie in NBA history with over 45 points and 15 assists in a game.
Kevin, also the fourth rookie since the merger to post 3 consecutive 35 points games. The others, Bernard King, Michael Jordan, and Allen Iverson. That's the company you want to be in.
Smitty, interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the Hawks, but he has a strong fear of birds.
Wow. I also heard he even had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk, to get a comfort zone with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against Los Angeles. And Gibson sends it back. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Here's Barrett. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. Here's Herter. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Lakers. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. He said one of the challenges they face in this matchup is the shot blockers. He said we've got to use pump fakes and get their guys up in the air. Anything that helps us convert close-in looks, or at the very least, get to the line. Kevin?
Okay, David, thank you. We'll see if they can execute Greg well enough to beat the good defense.
Yeah, and it's about identifying the right matchup. You almost always have an advantage somewhere on the floor.
You can bet they've been doing a lot of scouting, really getting a chance to prepare for this game. This should be an interesting game of adjustments.
And you can bet they weren't expecting that kind of a flashy move out of him, but that spin worked to perfection.
Here's Young, and Gibson sends it back.
Gibson is in there to get dirty on defense. His shot blocking is exceptional. Can't be careless around him.
And here is Payton. Not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Nuggets, that's for sure.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now here's Harkless. A floater. Payton, that's good. Payton's got his second bucket of the night. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Collins. Passes it to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Payton. Shots good from Young. Young's got 9 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Gibson. He kicks it to Payton. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Young with the ball. 29 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points. And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Here's Collins, following the basket by Julius Randle. Here's Herter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 to shoot. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And one thing about Hunter, it never gives up. You can see the focus and energy that he plays with on every possession.
Now here's Randall, one of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Payton against Young. The pass to Herter. Pass to Collins. The tray. Herter, no good. For New York, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Here's Payton. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off.
You look at the Hawks franchise, moved to Atlanta in 1956. Since then, they've been unable to advance to the NBA Finals.
Now Young. He's got 9. And it's blocked.
Staying connected, timing his jump perfectly. Randall showing he can make plays at both ends.
And the rejection by Collins.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Now with Atlanta, I think they wanted a fresh start a couple years ago, Steve, rather than be a middle-of-the-pack team.
Yeah, and a primary way to acquire stars is to reboot, dump salary, and nail your draft picks. Then, once you have the young nucleus in place, you add the veterans.
So New York ends up going with the new group. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Barrett.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here's Ntilikina. Passes it to Robinson. Here's Knox. Over Reddish. And the basket by Knox.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Bembry. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Edmond passes to Reddish. Pass to Teague for 3. That one, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Knox misses. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Here's Ntilikina after the basket by Atlanta. The pass to Knox. Lets a floater go. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon, hard to get your shot over that.
Bembry kicks to Teague. Carter looking around. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Here's Ntilikina. Robinson goes in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
And that one falls for Robinson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. Teague dishes to Reddish. Kicks it to Carter. Lets it fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And New York the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
Bembry, he gets that one. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Portis. 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta, pushing it up. Reddish's shot is good. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Here's Ntilikina. Passes it to Knox. 4 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox. But Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
No good on that one. Wayne Ellington's checked in for New York. And he's good on the second. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Makes it off the glass.
And Teague just so creative in how he finishes around tough D when it's thrown his way.
Bounce pass from Ellington. There's 21 seconds left in the first. Fades and shoots. And the shot is long.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And that one, good.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, he's like, there's been a trade, Toronto Raptors and Golden State make a trade for Antoine James and Vince Carter right there. So our families are sitting right next to each other. So they're fixing the hat, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, here's your hat. All right, give us that hat. Move forward. So it was just the weirdest thing.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
dingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Bembry. Also Teague out there. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. Now here's Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
This team loves to run the pick and roll with Teague, and it's easy to see why that's the case.
Knicks trail by 9. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Free throw, good, Teague. Steve, let me ask you, what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Teague. 6 to shoot. Randall kicks to Barrett. Lets it go with a 3. But they get it back. Robinson passes to Ellington. Young against Payton. Here's the teardrop. The rebound by Young.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And Barrett slams it in.
What a beautiful look. Randall continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
And Young kicks to Reddish. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Fernando. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Young. He's off on that one. Payton with some nice D. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. It's a 10-point game. Robinson misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Here's Fernando. Atlanta again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Young with the steal. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. Knicks on defense. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Huerter passes to Young. This one for 3. Here's Collins. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. For 3, Ellington. It's rebounded by Huerter.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
into the paint. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
What I love about John Collins, he plays with great determination, trying to impose his will.
Payton against Young, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Trae Young. He missed half of last season with injury, but when he played, Elfrid Payton opened some eyes.
He did, Kevin. Career highs in rebounds and assists. His best percentages from the free throw line and three-point range, showing his growth as a shooter.
Shooter 2.
That free throw, no good.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
The Knicks making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. That one is no good. Atlanta leading by 12. Here's Herter, and it's denied. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. Rebound, Atlanta.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Young. No good on that one. Payton with some nice D.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Young taking his time here. Looking to get it going, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Okay, incredible body control, the will to complete the play. Young with the potential and one.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Elfrid Payton. And that one falls for Young. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to, helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You take a look at Young, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive.
Oh! Wow!
He went high. That was nice. This guy is a fantastic athlete. Barrett looking like a man on a mission with that slam.
Here's Young, and Gibson sends it back. Randall surveying the D. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
The Knicks have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Hunter.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
And that one misses. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they are not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Young. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Randall. And oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
Showing not just the dominance, but the creativity. Randall with the highlight reel play.
There's the pass to Collins. To the inside. Harkless with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Randall's running. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Vince Carter picks one up.
The evolution of Randall's game, no matter where he is on the floor now, the defense has to pay attention. With the new contract, Julius Randle looking for stability, wasn't considered part of the Lakers' future. He showed in New Orleans he's worth betting on.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randall. And the Lakers not extending Julius Randle's contract. Smitty, they wanted to save some money for other players.
Yeah, you're right. And last season, Julius Randle averaged over 20 points a game. He has something to prove. He made his case and earned this new deal.
Bobby Portis is checked in for New York. Reggie Bullock comes in for Harkless. Both free throws good from Randle.
The one thing about Julius Randle, he is still young and has a significant upside.
And here's Young. 12 points for him. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Ntilikina. Randall kicks to Bullock. Puts up a 3. No good. Shot missing. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. That drive by Carter goes back up. The Knicks pull it in. Randall's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Barrett wide open. He fires. And the Knicks miss again.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Here's Herter. No good off the back of the rim.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And Capella sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And New York making a change here. Knox is checked in. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young. Here's Barrett. And it's sent back by Carter. Outside Teague. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
And the second free throw, good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Ntilikina looking it over. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks leading by 11. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Down low, Portis, and Portis throws it down.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Teague, the pass to Dedmon. It's stolen. It's stolen by Teague. Carter on the wing. Pass to Bembry. And here is Capella. He dishes it to Teague. Ntilikina with the rebound. Knicks trail by 11. Out to the right wing. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And that's now 11 points for R.J. Barrett. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Carter kicks to Capella. Feeds it to Teague. That's good from 17 feet away. Teague's got 10 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Ntilikina. Teague covering. Pass to Barrett. Over Carter. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Bembry. It's stolen by Barrett. And so it's Atlanta going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 10. And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny, what'd you think about New York?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from them, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Knicks trail by 10. Taj Gibson is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Barrett. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Payton in at the 1. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. And good that time. Payton's got the first points of the second half here for the Knicks. The Hawks leading by 8. Young passes to Capella. Back to Young. That's tipped. Payton with the ball. There's the dish to Harkless. Pass to Gibson. Three-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Count the basket.
Few people see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, he'll find you.
Young against Payton. And there's the pass to Randall. Dishes it to Harkless. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Payton's shot is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Harkless the pass to Gibson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Gibson's got his second basket of the night.
Gibson, not the biggest, not the strongest, but welcomes contact, and he finished right through it that time.
Young inside, covered by Payton. Banked in off the glass. 17 points for Trae Young.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Gibson trying to get open as Randall. No good from Gibson. The Hawks leading by 10. Herter passes to Hunter. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Payton dishes to Harkless. Gibson looking it over. Payton outside. For the three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
The 7th pick back in 2014, Julius Randle goes about, 6'9", 240 pounds, Smitty, and he is one tough customer.
Yes, indeed, Kevin. A bruising paint present Julius Randle is. When he attacks the rim, he'll bulldoze defenders right out of the way.
Outside Collins. Here's Herter. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Ellington comes in for Barrett. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. Number 5, the Hawks.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Floats one up. That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Payton.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Reddish. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. Reddish has got 9.
Such an incredible score. Young's playmaking may be on the same level.
Robinson passes to Randall. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Reddish the pass to Collins. 2 points. That one goes.
Aggressive move by Collins, but what else is new? This team feeds off his energy.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Kevin Knox comes in for Randall, and it's Reggie Bullock in for Maurice Harkless.
One shot.
And that one falls for Collins. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, do you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player, he is highly efficient.
The Hawks leading by 14. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Reddish's shot is good.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Robinson finds Payton. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stolen by Collins. Here's Hunter. Finished off the break. Hunter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Payton surveying the floor. Now Ellington. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Reddish. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Elfrid Payton. And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
That free throw good from Reddish. Portis, he's checked in for the Knicks. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for Hunter, and it's Teagan for Trae Young. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now here's Ellington. Passes it to Knox. Robinson left side. And a wide open look for Portis. Drops in the tray. Portis has got his second bucket of the night.
Impressive shot by Bobby Portis. People wondered if he could be a stretch 4. He's proven that he can be.
T kicks to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. And the layup falls. Bembry's got his second basket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Knox. He feeds it to Robinson. Dedmon with the block.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Teague is just so elusive on the court that he'll catch you leaning and force you to pick up a foul.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Atlanta making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Knicks trail by 21. And here is Ellington. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Robinson passes to Knox. Can't hit that one. And Atlanta will come the other way.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Dedmon kicks to Bembry. He dishes it to Teague. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Knox. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Bullock. Bembry with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now, here's Bullock. Defense right on him. Knox misses.
He can't get anything to fall this quarter, and obviously that's dragging the whole team down.
If you give Teague enough room out there beyond the arc, he won't hesitate to make you pay.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. Clock at 6. For 3, Bullock. The Knicks rebound. Yep, that one goes.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
The Hawks leading by 22. Teague, the pass to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Bullock. Launches it. A shot by Reddish, no good. New York's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Now here's Ellington. Teague covering. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got his first 2 points of the night. Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Bembry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Bembry's got 6.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Inside, here's Robinson, and again it's New York.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Hawks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Teague with the ball, 15 points in the game. To the right side, Bembry misses the 3. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court right now for the Hawks, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Carter. And it's Herter in at the 3 slot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Bullock kicks to Robinson. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Bullock passes to Portis. Here's Knox. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randall comes in for Portis. Harkless is checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Peyton in for Reggie Bullock. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Carter. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 ball. Peyton's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The 3. And Trae Young gets the 3. Young's got 20 points.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Can they get it? Randall no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Keeping that play alive. Anytime a shot goes up, Collins is going to compete for it.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Young against Peyton. Doesn't go for him. Good defensive work there by Young. Herter passes to Young. Another 3 for Atlanta.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Now Barrett. He kicks it to Peyton. Outside Gibson. Now here's Barrett. Tight defense on him. Good on the bucket.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by Atlanta.
Young dishes to Capella. And Young, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here's Peyton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Collins. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar, there's no off-season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off-season. And 24/7, you look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone, and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
And that one misses. A different look for New York. Dotson's checked in for Julius Randle, and Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Barrett. Good on the second free throw. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And the pass to Fernando. Young against Gibson. Shots good from Young.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here's Payton. Dotson in the corner. Poked away. Here's Young. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Smith checked in for New York.
One shot.
Smitty, the NBA now permitting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And Jones sends it back. Young inside. He's against Smith. Young's shot is off. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Atlanta foul called. Fernando. That's his second personal foul.
Young against Smith. Over Young. Smith missing again.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Young outside. And Gibson sends it back. 3-on-3. Here's Dotson. Graham defending. So much new technology. A lot of it's so exciting, Steve. Did you see the demo of the jersey that can change a player's name and number the other day? Wow, that was something.
I did. I saw the demonstration that Adam Silver did. It is fantastic. I was thinking about myself, Kevin. I played for 7 teams. That's a lot of changing of the name and number.
That really is. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Gibson. Here's Smith, defended by Jones. Trying to get something going, and again, it's the Knicks missing.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Teague's checked in for the Hawks.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. And Harkless slams it in.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Passes to Graham. Here's Fernando. Pass to Herter. Here's Fernando. Clock at 4. To the wing right side. Atlanta again missing. New York's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Fernando pulls it in. Fernando's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Teague, 13 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Now the pass to Dotson. New York needs to get off a shot. Basket counts.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hawks.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Teague against Smith, and the rejection by Smith. That shot is off. And here is Teague. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Fernando. A second chance effort, and no good. Great D that time from Gibson. And so here is New York. Smith for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Teague with the ball. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time